You know, when sometimes things just don't work out and it feels very one sided, like you were trying your hardest and the other person just, for whatever reason, doesn't feel like it's enough, or maybe it was enough and you're just the wrong person. Sometimes it's hard to deal with these things and find healthy outlets to help yourself cope with them. Sometimes you just have to accept it that maybe you weren't made for this person no matter how badly you wanted to make them happy or how good you were treating them or thought you were. Sometimes two people just aren't compatible, and it's a sinking feeling, but there's nothing you can do about it. There's no point in really arguing it. Sometimes you gotta just move on and be a good person. Talk to the people you care about and let them talk to you. You know when somebody just makes you feel like you're a dog waiting by the door. You're just waiting and waiting, and you just want them to come home. But in all reality, you were never their dog. They live down the street. They've got a brand new puppy that's on the front yard all day. You've always just been the one looking in with envy. And they are never going to treat you the way that they treat that puppy. They're never going to look at you with the same eyes. Sure, it's great for them that you're sweet to them and you're kind, and they love to see you, but they wouldn't want you to be their puppy. Because maybe there's some bad habits. Maybe this puppy isn't housebroken. Maybe this puppy tears up the house while they're gone. And the idea of the puppy is great on the outside. It's a wonderful idea, but you're just not the puppy for them. And it's hard to feel that way about somebody and not have it reciprocated. It's not a great feeling, to say the least. Lie awake at night thinking about how you could have done things better, or how you could have made them happier. How you may have hurt them, or how to apologize. It really depends on the type of person you are. And sometimes you do have to accept the reality that there's nothing you can do or say that's going to make this person feel the way you do, or look at you the same way they used to, or the way you wanted them to, I guess. And unfortunately, the reality of things is that you can't force someone to love you the way you love them, or to feel the way you feel, or to care the way you care. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just an uncomfortable reality. Things are how they are. With time, everyone involved will feel better and move on and do good things. And as I said before, you can't force people to move on any faster. Excuse me, I had to yawn. You can't force yourself to move on faster. At the end of the day, things are what they are. You just have to make the most of what you have. Be that family, friends, time off from work, playing games you're nostalgic for. Just doing the simple things that make you happy. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's good to be able to have an outlet for your frustration. I personally, I talk to my friend. I'll talk to my coworkers, even if they don't take me very seriously about these things. It's the nature of the beast, though. Not everybody's gonna understand. Sometimes things just are what they are. And like I said, you can't force people to feel the way you feel about things. That doesn't just apply to relationships, that applies to everything. Oh, that music's a bit loud. That's better. And it's always okay to feel the way you feel. And it's the one thing nobody can take from you, is how you feel. Well, there are a few other things, but it's definitely a big one. Sometimes you just have to be comfortable with your current situation, and it is always okay to not be okay as well. It takes a long time to become comfortable with a situation that you don't like. I wouldn't quite say I'm 100% happy with where I am now, but I can't say I hate it. I like my job. I have good friends. I do okay for myself. I just want more. And I feel selfish for wanting more the way I do. I think I saw a village off in the distance. I did. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish, though. Wanting to better your situation is human nature. Holy lag. And self-improvement is the first step towards any goal, honestly. I've always viewed self-improvement as a good thing and something I work towards. Nobody can be perfect overnight, and that's okay. Progress takes time. But with progress and change comes a better version of yourself. And who knows, maybe that better version of yourself will be something or someone that someone does see and strive to be or be with. Things get better. It takes time and work and wanting things to be better. And nothing's instant. Everything takes time and effort and ambition. But that doesn't mean it can't be tiring. And it's okay to be tired of it and feel burnt out. It's important to take time and relax and care for yourself. The one thing it's never okay to do is give up. Honestly. No matter how hard it gets, you can't just give up. There's a lot that excuse me, yawned again. There's a lot that matters to people that doesn't matter to others, or will matter to you, and nobody else around you will really understand it. And that's okay. If things are important to you, they're important to you. And if the people around you can't understand that, maybe they should be around you less. And it's okay for you to remove yourself from people who don't want to see you succeed or achieve your goals or do things that make you happy. Everybody's got that one friend that will drag you down and try to make you as miserable as they are. And it's okay to tell that person you don't like them because of it, or don't like that version of them. Just because somebody's at a low point doesn't mean they should be dragging others to the same low point. That's an unhealthy way to cope. You should want to uplift your friends. Oh, my pickaxe broke. And the people you care about as well. Sorry. If you care about somebody, why would you want them to be miserable? It's the same with family. Even I have family members that they never succeeded, so they don't want to see anybody succeed. And it's a vicious cycle, to be honest. Because they'll instill that into their kids and their cousins, nephews, everybody around them. And that'll become the normal for yourself and everybody in your life. And I just can't justify living like that. There's no reason to be miserable. There's no reason to hate everyone around you. People need to learn to just enjoy things and be truly happy. Because to lead a happy life, you can be at a point that you're not comfortable with. You can be sad, but still enjoy your life, if that makes sense. I wouldn't say everything's perfect for me. If it was, I wouldn't be sitting playing Minecraft on my laptop at 1 in the morning when I have to work tomorrow. But again, doing things that make you happy is important. It's all part of self-care. And it's okay to fall into your own head sometimes. And it happens to most people. I wouldn't say everyone. I think there is just some people out there that have everything they want and everything they need already. And it's optimistic, I guess, to think that way. Because I'm sure even those people have things that they want and can't get. And I think just pushing yourself for those things is what matters, honestly. And sometimes, especially when it comes to people, you can't always have everything you want, no matter how hard you try. And it's frustrating and disheartening sometimes, but it's not the end of everything. You can always bounce back from it. There's always another person. There's always a different job. Another car. Another pet. There's so many examples I could give. And you just have to be okay with it sometimes. That not everything is going to work out the way you want it to. What's important is that you don't stress over it. I've got a little story time. Anybody in my personal life is gonna know this one already. When I was going to the college I attended, in my third semester, I met a girl, and she helped me get over my first breakup, and I got very close with her. She was and still is a very important person in my life. And I had very quickly developed feelings for her. And those feelings were sort of reciprocated, never really how I wish they were. Because I took the easy road. I never acted on those feelings, and I found somebody who I thought it would be easier to form a relationship with, because this person has a lot going on in her life, and I didn't want to add to it or make things worse for her. But the feelings never went away. And I eventually told her how I felt, and she didn't feel the same way and told me that. So it was awkward between us for a while, and it's not the end of the world for things to be awkward. But I didn't like it, so I distanced myself from her for a while, and she eventually would distance herself from me as well. And recently we had reconnected, and we were seeing each other more again, and a sense of romance was blossoming again, I guess is the right word. And I thought maybe finally she would feel the same way I did. And I think she wanted to feel that way, because she had convinced herself she did. And things moved quickly, and I got ahead of myself. But things like that don't last. She didn't feel the same way I did, and told me she never will. But she thinks she never will. And I don't think she ever will either. I don't blame her. I don't hate her. I don't think any less of her as a person. It doesn't mean I'm not hurt. And it's okay to be hurt. I just make an effort to check on her, and I apologize often. And I pray to God she doesn't watch this video, because I believe she is subscribed to my YouTube. But if she does, she already knows how I'm feeling. She already knows everything, to be honest. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I think I'll always have a soft spot for her. And to be honest, every other girl that I've put myself out there for, I struggle with romance and feelings and stuff like that. I've never been able to properly express how I feel to the people it matters to. Or properly make them feel accommodated. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't think I'm a bad person. I don't think I'm a good person either. I know right from wrong, but I do bad things. I hurt people. I'm selfish. I prioritize making myself feel better about a situation over making the other person feel comfortable or accommodated. I left out part of the story. We had gotten into a small argument, or I guess argument isn't the right word. We had been dating for about 24 hours, I think. And she was with her friends, and her friend had stumbled across my inactive dating profile on an app that I'm not going to name. But it's one of the popular ones. And this shocked her and hurt her, even though I hadn't been active on said app since before I had even talked to her about how I felt. That's irrelevant because the way it made her feel and what went through her head I I I don't know how to even put myself in her shoes. And from that point, nothing really felt the same. She distanced herself, and I overcompensated by driving 45 minutes to where she goes to school and showing up unannounced to try to correct things and make her feel better. And while that would have been a nice gesture for somebody else, I knew that she wouldn't take it lightly. She doesn't do well with things like that. And it was selfish of me to just show up. I should have asked her if it was okay, or even just waited. Maybe things would have turned out differently. I don't think so, because I just don't think I was meant for her. I don't think I could give her what she needs. And that's okay. Sometimes people just aren't compatible, and you aren't able to do the things you want to do for the people you want to do them for. I did help her study, and she got an A on the test that I helped her study for. I was so proud of her. She had been terrified of taking this test for the entire week, and the excitement in her voice when she called me to tell me how well she did, I can't describe the way it made me feel, man. There's gonna be a longing for that feeling again for a long time, I think. And unfortunately, I can't do anything to make that feeling come from her. And that's okay. I just wish it didn't have to feel so lonely. Nothing that I'm going through is new to the human experience. Nothing that I feel or will feel are things exclusive to me. There always has been and always will be people that have and will feel how I feel. And that's part of what makes being human so great. We're all sharing the human experience. There's billions of people who have felt the same way that I feel in this moment. And there's a level of comfort in that for me, personally. It makes me feel less alone. It makes me feel hopeful for the future. Maybe if things did go well with this girl, I would have realized potentially that she wasn't what I needed, or I couldn't provide her with what I needed to, or she couldn't provide me with what I needed her to. And we'll never know. But it's all part of the human experience. Pain is what it really is to be human, in my opinion. God put us here for a reason, and things always happen for a reason. That's what I believe. I think if I was supposed to be with her, it would have happened. And maybe someday I'm gonna prove myself wrong. But maybe I won't. And that's really what matters, is I just keep my head up and keep going. And that goes for anybody listening to this. It's made it this far in. What are we at? 40 minutes. It's a long time to listen to some guy. Some guy that still lives with his dad. Not that it's a bad thing to live with your parents, I guess. I live with my dad, and I love him. He's definitely the most important person in my life. Besides maybe my sisters and my brother. My dad, he's a good man, and he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But he'll always find a way to show that he cares about me and my sister and my brother and my other sister. He tries with my oldest brother, but he doesn't want anything to do with us, which is his call to make. Honestly, it's important to just be kind. Love the people around you, and find solace in what you have, are basically the takeaways for this video, this rant. Just be you. Be happy with being you. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the things you enjoy. Being around the people you want to be around. And if those people are bad for you, you'll learn with time, and you'll remedy the situation. It's okay to be around people who are bad for you, as long as you don't keep yourself in that situation. Last topic I want to cover in this video is not to let yourself be a slave to your fear. despite everything I've practically whined about in this video, put yourself out there. Maybe talk to the girl, right? Invite your friends to go do something this weekend. Maybe take a day off work and just sit at home to relax. Or stay up late and play a game that you haven't played in months. Even if you're not good at it. It's okay to not be good at everything that you enjoy. I enjoy working on cars, but not good at it yet. This circles back to the not giving up. If 30 girls reject you, maybe the 31st won't. Just don't put anyone else in a situation they're not comfortable with. While it's important for you to be happy, it's also important that you don't make others unhappy. Oh, look at that. Maybe text that girl, but if she doesn't respond, don't keep going. Reach out to your friends, but if they don't want to go anywhere, don't push. Just be yourself, no matter what you do. And remember that for people to love you, you need to love yourself. I hadn't learned that for most of my life, and I'm just now at the ripe old age of 19, almost 20, coming into my own and truly discovering who I am. We'll touch more on that in the next video. But I want to thank everybody for watching. And if you made it this far, maybe leave a comment. Share a personal story about maybe a breakup or just anything that made you really feel disheartened. Maybe share your first experience with loss, or share a happy experience. Just tell me your stories in the comments. I want to hear them. But I want to thank everyone for watching. If you made it this far, thank you again. It would mean the world if you would just leave a comment and share your experiences with me. wish you all a great night.